It's been a minute. Y'all ain't heard from me in a while. I'm back on the road like I always do. I just haven't had the opportunity to sit down in front of the doggone computer and tell you my thoughts on everything that's transpired. AJ Lee is coming back. WrestlePalooza and All Out are not going head to head. Tony Khan moved up in the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock spot, just like how he did with All In. The whole situation involving, I think the young man named is Stu and Raja Jackson, that's a whole video in itself. I haven't said anything on it because it's just too much going on in that whole situation. I'm not finna put the blame on one side over the other. I don't do that. I told you, I wait for everything to whatever the situation is, I wait on everything to go so I could give a thorough, honest take on the whole situation. Like I said, that's just a whole video in itself. I literally had to just sit down, go look at everything, listen to every whatever. I had to do that. That's why I haven't really said anything on the situation, because it's a whole talking point. The desperation between both companies right now just don't make no type of sense. You would think with WWE bull jabbing with the way how they've been doing things, you would think Tony Khan and company would take an alley hoop, and when they put the pay-per-view on HBO Max, hey, you know what? You guys have been loyal. I know WWE is charging an arm and a leg. Hey, guess what? If you get HBO Max, you ain't got to pay a dime. It would have been a huge alley-hoop. Instead, Tony Khan and them said, your doggone discount is $10 off. That's pathetic. I'm sorry. And from what they've been producing, it ain't even worth it, to be honest with you. Like, I watched Dynamite, and I like maybe a couple of segments on the show, but overall, Tony Khan and them, it's almost like, I hate to say this, it's almost like the man literally just does not give a rat's behind. As long as he can get $1, he's good. He's not really interested in trying. You know, it's like, how can I say this? It's almost, you know how when somebody is constantly bombarding you and being disrespectful towards you, you got every right to stand up to that person, but instead of standing up for yourself, you just give in and you take the beating 24/7. That's pretty much Tony Khan's attitude concerning pro wrestling right now, because the man constantly only wants to focus on cats going in the ring doing work, and that's not it. You done lost half of your big men, and when I say big men, I'm talking about the top faces. No Swerve, no Ospreay. We don't know where the heck MJF was yesterday. That don't even make. Yesterday was such a perfect opportunity for MJF to come in out of nowhere, cash in on freaking Hangman, and you talking about a cliffhanger out of this world. That would have been like right there. It was sitting right there. The man was so focused on what the heck just happened to doggone Kenny Omega, going through that doggone table by Kyle Fletcher. I mean, he was so distraught. They got beat down by the whole Don Callis family. I mean, just what a perfect opportunity. Perfect. Come in, do what you got to do. Hold that time, hold Triple B up, and guess what? We on to the fences. Especially with WWE desperate attempt to get fools to watch doggone WrestlePalooza by going ahead and getting AJ Lee back instead of quote unquote saving that for WrestleMania. We said nope, we finna hurt it where it hurts the most. We finna get AJ Lee back. We finna do this goofy man tag team match. And listen, let me tell y'all something. My thoughts on AJ Lee coming back. It's been a whole decade, ladies and gentlemen. All I ask, I just pray her mind is right, because you ain't put your body on the line dang a whole decade. I think the last time she wrestled was 2015, if I'm not mistaken. That's 10 years. She has not wrestled in 10 years. So I'm praying that CM Punk, Seth, and Becky do what they supposed to do. Protect this woman like crazy. You know, and she just work her way back, because a lot of fools want the match between her and Roxanne. That's all everybody want. They want to see, can she dance with the clowns of today? That's basically what it is. Yes, it's a nostalgia act. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, can I tell you the bold-faced truth? People be talking about AEW not producing stars. I hate to say it, WWE ain't doing the same. They're not doing anything. We're going back in time. We keep relying. Think about this. Fruity Pebbles is done in a few months, ladies and gentlemen. Fruity Pebbles is done in a few months. We're still relying on the old heads. We're still relying on CM Punk. We're still relying on Seth Rollins. We're still relying on Becky. Like, the old heads can't do it forever, ladies and gentlemen. They can't. They cannot do it forever. And this is who we relying on. We're not trying to build new stars. Nobody is. Tony Khan and company, all they focusing on is flips and dives all day. It's not about flips and dives. I say it every day. It's about the larger than life storylines. A lot of people be wondering, how come I ain't doing videos? Because I'm not feeling nothing. I'm not feeling anything. I'm not feeling the E. I'm not feeling AEW. I'm not finna sit up here and bull jive to y'all. Y'all be wanting fools to come on here and bull jive. I'm not finna bull jive. I can't do it. I come on here and try to be 100% authentic, 100% real, and tell y'all what's really going on. And if it's bull jive, I'm gonna tell you the bold-faced truth. If it's good, okay, I'll say it's good. But from what I've been watching, nothing. Roman Reigns just got taken off because he getting ready to shoot the Street Fighter movie. Congratulations to Cody Rhodes and Brandy for introducing baby number 2. Like, okay, like I said, AJ Lee's back. Great, you know. It's a nostalgia act. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all it is. Listen, pro wrestling it's unfortunately, but pro wrestling has turned into a sideshow / nostalgia act. Because neither company knows how to create new stars. None. I don't want to hear from none of the hardcore shields, regardless of what promotion you plant the flag for. Nobody knows how to create new stars. Nobody. Because we're focusing on old storylines that don't make sense, or we're not focusing on storylines enough. We're focusing on the doggone bells and whistles. And pro wrestling is way more than just some freaking bells and whistles and flips and dives. And I have to say it. I can't come on here and bull jive, y'all. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I know y'all been wanting to hear a review. We done had 3 pay-per-views, and I haven't reviewed none of them. I did, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't even watch the Clash of Characters. Because I didn't give a dang about it. I didn't care about it. I didn't give a rat's behind about it. I don't care what people had to say about it. I didn't care about it. I seen people say it was a decent show, but I didn't care. I had no interest in it. That should tell you what's really going on. See, if I had interest, I would have went out of my way to watch it. I didn't have no interest. Now the fact that you are calling AJ Lee back because you're trying to desperately get fools to tune into, but guess what? Everybody's going to be watching it because Tony Khan unfortunately got bullied out of the 7 o'clock spot. So now he's coming on at the 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock spot, which is great because guess what? Everybody wins. So we get to watch both products. You know, but I'm like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to Dynamite. I like Ricochet and them getting ready to throw down with Hurt saying it cool. I ain't got a problem with that. The women's situation, I don't know. I they was right there, but then I don't know, man. I don't know why the heck we just didn't save Mercedes and Windsor or just built up towards that. Now Tony Khan calls Rio back because apparently I guess Rio's the one who was always destroying NXT in its heyday when it came to the viewership. Lazy booking, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't seen Rio Dane there a year and a half, and she comes back and boom, she gets a pay-per-view spot. Doesn't make sense to me, does it? Is the match gonna be good? Yes. Her and Mercedes is gonna kill it. But I like I said, lazy. It honestly is lazy booking, ladies and gentlemen. It is late. I'm sorry. Like, what y'all want me to say? I'm not for the bull jab. Y'all be wanting me to my hardcore AEW heads. Y'all be wanting somebody to come over here and bull jab. I can't do it. Look, if I ain't finna bull jab about the E, what make you think I'm finna bull jab about Tony Khan and company? I can't do it. I gotta be 100% with you. I gotta be 100%. And Tony Khan had a freaking slam dunk with that doggone HBO crap, Max crap. But again, greed. Like I said, him and Triple H, like, you, to be honest with you, look, shout out to my main man Ace. My main man Ace, through and through, don't matter what. Both companies could be hot garbage, but he gonna plant the flag for WWE no matter what. I don't care how it is. That man told me straight up that he feels that the E is less greedier than AEW. But at the end of the day, I really can't tell, to be honest with you. To me, both companies are money hungry for absolute, and neither one is producing great content. If you really want foods to fork over money, get foods to give a dang about what the heck you producing. And I'm not talking about no sad nostalgia act. I'm like, get me to care about the cats that's supposed to be carrying this company for the next 10 plus years. Now, I know TK is trying, but you got to do better than the mediocre booking that you've been doing. Like, I love the segment between FTR and Adam Copeland and Christian. But guess what? I feel like FTR is naked because they didn't got the tag team titles. You put them on Bandino and Brody King over there, and I'm sitting up here like, for so-called shock value. But what has that done? What has that really done, to be honest with you? Tony Storm is cutting a promo about why being in Philly, where you got the most hardcore crazy stuff, and she a crazy, you know what, and all, but it didn't lead to nothing. Who the heck is going after her? You know what that promo would have needed? That promo needed Athena coming out of nowhere laying her out. Setting up the rematch. I don't give a dang. Athena is owed a rematch. I don't give a crap. That's what they should have did with that segment. All she said was a clown promo that didn't lead to nothing. She didn't say nothing. I'm like, we got a little tension between the Ops and Hook. Listen, Hook needs to be the reason why the Ops lose the trios titles to eventually to Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. Like that's just what needs to happen. What else on the show that I was cool with? Mark Briscoe, he wants another opportunity at Kyle Fletcher, but Don Callis came out with the Don Callis family, and he sent one of the goons in there, and Rocky Maronado was acting like he was finna get in there, but it was Mr. Everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I'm gonna be 100% with y'all, man. Lance Archer has been, I don't know. The main man to be always talking about everybody dies, but he be dying every time he get up in that ring. It makes no sense. And where the heck was Warlow? You know, you would think we would have got some kind of explanation as to why he attacked both Swerve and Nana. Nothing. We got no follow-up. This is one of the biggest issues that Tony Khan is. He has a problem with the follow-up. I don't know why dude, yes, Swerve ain't there. It's almost like when one half of the wrestler that is a part of the story isn't there, he struggles to come up with something creative. Like, to me, that's stupid. You should have addressed it. You got Don Callis talking about what he gonna do to Mark Briscoe, and he gonna send Takeshita on him on Saturday. Which matter of fact, that's pretty much the only reason even bother. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't watched Collision in a long time. This is gonna be the only reason I'm gonna watch Collision, because I want to see that matchup between him and Mark Briscoe. But you could have used that opportunity to say, and as for Swerve and Prince Nana, we will hear from Warlow next week why he made the decision to join the family. Something. We needed something. Last 2 weeks, we got nothing. We got absolutely nothing. And that's sad because a lot of fools have been asking TK, what are you going to do with Warlow? It's like a push and start, push, stop, and we get absolutely nothing. I'm like, dude, can you wake the heck up? Man, this fool is so caught up in the flips and the dives and thinking that's it. It's more than flips and dives. I love the flips and dives. I'm not finna sit up here and say I don't. I do. But you need the story to go with it. Reasons and like I said, where the heck was MJF? A serious alley-oop could have happened at the end of that 8-man tag team match. Boom, it would have been perfect. Knocking Kenny off, getting Kenny out the show. So I guess that tag team match is out the door. So that means it's gonna be I guess same man going to get somebody from that. I guess. I don't know. Like, we needed something. Like, we needed something. Because it's like Tony Khan is just, boom, let me spit this match out. Instead of giving a creative, and then Darby putting that Gabe dude in the doggone body bag. You know, that was fine. I didn't have a problem with that. I really didn't. I didn't have a problem with that. That's fine. You know, this whole situation about him dealing with the Death Riders and all that crap. But I'm like, it's like, man, it's like, dog, it's like he got some stuff that makes sense, but then and so and then, like I said, you got Mox over here trying to recruit everybody, trying to recruit Daniel Garcia, and it looked like he trying to recruit what's my girl name? Chris Statliner, because Marina Shafir and you about to get kicked out the group. That's basically what it feels like. Honestly, that's what it feels like. I could be wrong with Two Left Shoes, but based off of what I've been seeing, that's what it feels like, you know. But yeah, outside of that, man, I don't know. I just would love to have a sit down with this man and tell him, like, listen, dude, I'm grateful for this company because without AEW, I would have given up on pro wrestling, period. However, that was 6 years ago. You have been putting a lot of stuff out that don't make no type of sense, and it almost made me want to just say, you know what? What's the even point of watching? What is honestly I'm not here to hate, because there's a lot of people who do this and they hate watch the product. They don't care nothing about Tony Khan and they pray that the company dies. But I'm asking the Tony Khan as a fan, dude, you got to do better, man. This lazy booking, this barely get by, this, you know, I'm getting destroyed by WWE and I'm mad. No. You got to go, look, if Triple H and them be petty, you got to go in your doggone cabinet, get some freaking help, and help you put on a freaking better product. That's all I ask. I don't care about nothing else. Like I said, Triple H could put 50,000 shows on. You better make sure that your show is the one that everybody's talking about. How do you do that? By making sure that Dynamite and Collision is worth watching. That's the only way. Outside of that, what are we talking about? You just wasting everybody's time. Like, I'm going to be 100% with y'all. I thought from what I seen, Forbidden Door, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should just do away with Forbidden Door. We really should just do away with it. But, I mean, it had some good stuff that happened. I like the ending of it, but, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, man, I just scratch my head sometimes, because it's just like I watch the show weekly when I can, and then I just sit up and after I get through from watching the show, and I just be like, man, TK, like, dog, like, do you understand what it means to put on episodic TV? Because obviously you don't. You really don't. You just sit up here and you just do this goofy stuff, and then you know you got the freaking sickos that love every single thing that you do. They love the whole thing. But then when you get somebody who is right in the middle, I don't hate the product, I love the product, but I be 100% honest and authentic with my takes on what I see. I'm like, dude, you could do a whole lot better, because this barely get by crap, it's got to die. It has to die. Triple H and them, the reason why they can barely get by is because, one, that's them. That's what they do. They barely get by. I'm like, look, it is what it is with them. I'll deal with them tomorrow. But right now, it's you. We're talking to you, Tony Khan. We're talking about what you've been doing. And what you've been doing, you've been bull jiving. You've been out here bull jiving, and then just stupid crap you just did with HBO Max. You really bull jiving. Like, that's why I say greed. Like, you don't need no more money. You good. TBS and all them, whatever the contract agreement, you should have told them fools no. Like, look, you see what Triple H and them is doing? They bull jiving. Let's not get worse. Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. This, like I said, I just gave you my honest thoughts about Dynamite. Like I said, it was some decent things on the show, but we got to get to it. And like I said, Mercedes situation, man. I know what they're doing. Mercedes has 50 trillion titles of companies that don't nobody really know about. But the moment she drops those titles, she's going to make whoever it is look like $1 million. That's what I am waiting on. When it's concerning Mercedes situation, I'm waiting on her to start losing one title by one. And Tony Khan, you obviously had an opportunity to make Will Ospreay's wife a star going into All Out, but you decided to give the match away, and we got nothing. Now we got Rio back, and we know Rio not winning. So I'm like, what are we doing? What the heck are we doing? Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I had to get the opportunity to come on here and talk about the Roger Jackson Stu situation. I'm going to do a full, thorough video on that. I just had to get the time. I don't have the time. We're going to have All Out first and then WrestlePalooza right after. So, we watch one and then watch the other. We don't have to try to watch both of them at the same time, which I'm actually grateful for. It's unfortunate that Tony Khan and them got bullied out the spot, but it is what it is. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you what it is. They did it because at least Tony does have a heart. Triple H don't give a dang. I told you, H of them wants AEW out the picture. Listen, Triple H is just like Vince. Don't get it twisted. He wants a freaking monopoly. Don't let them fools lie to you and say that he doesn't. He does. He don't want WWE no more. He don't want AEW around. He wants this company to be eradicated. However, if I'm TK, I'm getting some help. And I'm going to learn how to tell stories, and I'm going to learn how to create stars, and we're going to go on from that. I'm out the door. This your main man, Casey Phil, King Self Life, Wrestler Takes. Holla at me.